Hi, John Valvano here, and in this video I want to go through the steps to build and interface the transducer. Okay, to get started, what am I going to need? I'm going to need a voltmeter in ohm meter mode. Okay, of course I'm going to need the slide pot here that we're going to interface. I got a little piece of tape that I've curled into a ball. I got a pair of pliers, I got scissors, and over here I have my Lab8 solution. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make this slide pot, change it so it'll fit into the protoboard. Now you can see there are 3 pins that are electrical pins. Don't bend those. But there are 4 pins that are not electrical pins that were made for mounting it onto a PCB, and I'm just going to either bend or cut these pins out of the way. Again, don't modify the 3 pins that are electrical. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is, if you're very good with a data sheet, you can figure this out, but if you're not, you're going to see that there are 3 pins here, and I want to figure out which ones are the potentiometer pins, okay? So I've got the slide pot here somewhere in the middle, and I'm going to look for which 2 pins have 10K across it. So there's one, and here's the other. I can't see. It's one of these 2. Not that one. Okay, fell off. Get back on there. Get back on there. Okay. So you can see that these 2 pins here don't have 10K, so those aren't the 2 I want. So let's try these 2. That one and this one. Okay. There we go, 10K. So you'll notice that the impedance between pins 3 and pin 1 is 10K regardless. You can see I'm moving the slide pot. It's the constant. Now I'm going to flip it over and decide which side is going to be 0. And I will decide that this side is going to be 0. And so now I want to know which 2 pins have 0 ohms. And I'm going to guess it's these 2 here. That one and this one. All right. All right, there we go. That's pretty close to 0 ohms. That's 1. If I slide all the other way, you're going to see it goes to 10. All right. So just to double check or to remind myself, and that is this pin right here to that pin is going to be a 10K. So I'm going to define that pin right there as the ground. I'm going to connect this pin to 3.3, and that one's going to go to PD3, okay? Or PD2. All right, so the next thing I want to do is drag my my solution in here, okay? In that context, I can get it on the protoboard where this pin here, this row here, is going to be 3.3 volts. This pin right there will be ground, and that pin will be my input. So I can push it down there, okay? And so when I get my my wires, this pin right here is going to be my analog pin. This one will be ground, and that one will be 3.3. All right, the next step is to make an actual truth. So I'm going to take a piece of paper. I've Xeroxed it. Okay, and it's going to become my truth, and so I don't need the numbers. So I'm just going to cut off a little bit of ruler, and it may take you a couple of times to make this pretty. All right, I'm going to leave a little bit of those markers there so I can see it. And I'm going to need about 1.5 centimeters. Okay. So I'm going to get rid of that one right there, make it a little bit prettier. Come across like this. All right, so this little ruler piece here is going to be my truth. Okay, now I've used all sorts of things. I've used hot glue. I've used Elmer's glue. I've used epoxy. And you can see I need 1, 2, 3 of these. So I'm going to cut it about there. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is define which side of the ruler is going to be my 0, right? I'll define that spot right here will be 0. And I can define the other spot if you wanted. Then I'm going to take my tape, and I'm going to tape that bad boy down. Get on there, tapey. This is why hot glue is a little bit better, but messy. Don't get it in the hole. Okay. All right. Okay, now I'm going to take my thing here. But come here. Give it to me. I'm going to tape it down. Here we go. Here we go. Tape it down right there. Tape it, tape it, tape it, tape it, tape it, tape it, tape it. Okay. There we go. Taped. All right. And so, again, what I've defined is I've defined this spot right here as 0. Okay. So that's going to be 0. That's going to be 5.5 centimeters. There's going to be 1 centimeter. And as we spoke before, it's going to go about out to 1.5 centimeters. And again, I'm going to connect 3 wires. This one here is going to be 3.3. That one over there is going to be ground. And this one here is going to go to both PD2 and PD3. All right, I'm going to wire up the rest of this, and I'll meet you in the next video where we're going to test our low-level software. All right, have fun with this, lab.